What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The government says it will work to make roads safer for people in wheelchairs by addressing the problem of hard-to-see curbs. But as John Van Trieste reports, this might not be enough to make Taiwan's roads fully accessible to people with disabilities.
Nearly 2 months after her accident, Lin Junjie's arm is still in a sling. While on her way to a meeting in Taipei on disability issues, her wheelchair went over a sidewalk curb she couldn't see was there. On Tuesday, she joined a press conference with other people with disabilities, bearing a message. It's time to make Taiwan's walkways fully accessible.
步道跟车道之间，它其实是有高低差，而且10来公分的高低差，我就没有认为它会是有个台阶，所以轮椅直接就开下去，然后人就飞扑到街上。
At least one lawmaker was at the event to offer support. The Interior Ministry now says it will work with the Transportation Ministry to deal with curbs under 20 centimeters high, ensuring accidents like Lin Junjie's won't happen again. But accessibility advocates say high curbs are just one of the obstacles people in wheelchairs face.
因为所有权是他的，所以围起来违章，那是违章哦哈。围起来，当他的停车位，很多都是把它当成家里的停车位、私有停车位，要不然就是什么围起来做生意、商店的一部分，这个都是违法。但是我们的政府机关没有人敢去取缔。
Last year, Taiwan made global headlines when an article called the country a pedestrian hell. With illegally parked scooters, narrow pathways, and uneven pavement, the country's infrastructure is already less than ideal for people without disabilities. For people with disabilities, getting around is that much harder. Justin Wu and John Van Trieste in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
More and more women in Taiwan are prioritizing their careers over starting a family. And as this number grows, egg freezing, which gives them the option of having children later in life, has also grown in popularity. But for many women, their access to this treatment can still be very limited. Yvonne has the details.
Hoping to increase her chances of having healthy children in the future, 33-year-old Vivian Tong is preparing to have her eggs frozen. A single career woman, she wants to have more options later in life, while spending her current time concentrating on her work. And Tong is not alone. A recent study from the National Taiwan University Hospital found that the number of women aged between 35 to 39 who are choosing to have their eggs frozen has nearly doubled in the past 3 years. For many, it's basically become a form of insurance.
怕年纪越来越大，可能不好生啊，生不出来。那另外一方面就是，其实我发现，就我跟我的朋友之间，我们也都蛮重视，就是未来可能小孩子的健康程度。那就是其实也有查到资料说，卵子对于宝宝的发育是蛮重要的。
Egg freezing is becoming increasingly popular in Taiwan. This is happening as people here are getting married later in life, with the average age for a first marriage hitting a record high this year at almost 32 years old. Taiwan's birth rate is also among the lowest in the world. Some local governments see egg freezing as a solution and started to subsidize the technology. The founder of Taiwan's first egg bank, Lai Xinhua, predicts that demand will jump this year.
其实预估今年可能会更多，今年应该会，因为现在普遍未婚的女性都有这个冻卵这个 sense 她们也真的有需求，所以我预估今年说不定有可能比去年又成长超过50%。
But even though women like Tong have more options than previous generations, they still face restrictions. Under Taiwan's current law, women cannot use their frozen eggs unless they have a male spouse. And authorities say that rule won't change anytime soon.
还要再审慎评估，因为毕竟这个会涉及到不同的这个议题啦，包括伦理啦，还有这个医疗啦，还有法制面啦。
Although there are still limits under Taiwan's law, Tong feels a lot more secure with her future options expanded. And a lot could still happen in the next few years, whether she's able to find a life partner or if Taiwan adopts more progressive policies. Clive Wang and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
A new Unmanned convenience store is putting the latest tech to the test. From infrared sensors to AI-powered cameras, Joyson gave us a tour of the store.
Walking around Taiwan, you're bound to see plenty of convenience stores, sometimes all in a row. But those in the country's northern Hsinchu city can now grab and go at Taiwan's first fully unmanned one. All you need is your phone and the store's app to tap in.
Though Taiwan has already rolled out a couple of digitalized stores, this X-Store 7 is the first to operate independently without assistance from an adjacent unit. It was designed by the nonprofit Industrial Technology Research Institute in collaboration with convenience store chain 7-Eleven. The X-Store uses several new technologies, like these AI-powered cameras in the ceiling. When customers walk in, the cameras mark and track them around the store.
但是我们的追踪不是放在脸上，我们是从头顶下来，所以这件事情其实你的隐私实际上是被保护的。
That's not the only new tech application.
These shelves are fitted with cameras and weight sensors. When you reach in to take an item, your hand blocks these lights' path. That signals to these cameras to start recording. And then these weight sensors will also track what you've taken.
你希望知道的事情是，到底是谁拿了什么东西，而且这东西拿了几件。好，这三件事情要同时被实践，你的技术才会实践。
These digital tools are handy, given Taiwan faces a critically low birth rate. The country is already seeing labor shortages, especially in the service sector. Though this so-called unmanned shop still relies on humans for certain tasks, like restocking, the shop's designers say the significant cut in manpower is still a breakthrough. And once you're done with your shopping, you scan the product codes and pay directly through your phone.
Though there are still some limitations, the store's designers are confident that with more tech and more services, these unmanned stores will be getting more, well, convenient. Andy Xue and Joyson in Hsinchu City for TaiwanPlus.
Taichung authorities are blaming the explosion of food delivery services for a major backlog in garbage disposal in Taiwan's central city. Charlie Storer has more.
Every day, garbage trucks deliver their load of non-recyclable household waste to incinerators like this one in the central city of Taichung. But there's a problem. The trash is coming in at a faster rate than it can be burnt. Last year, the city produced an average of 230 metric tons a day of garbage, over and above what it could handle. The city's Environmental Protection Administration believes it knows where the problem is coming from and when it started.
受我们疫情影响我们有很多外送的那个饮食垃圾的部分，使得我们的垃圾量人均垃圾量有增加的情形。
Online food delivery services have exploded in Taiwan in the last few years. Armies of delivery riders ply the streets of the country's cities, and each delivery comes packaged in single-use containers, sometimes with single-use eating utensils, all of it destined for the trash. Garbage that can't be processed immediately by the incinerators is brought here to a landfill site in the city's Dali district. At the end of 2020, the amount of garbage at the site amounted to 80,000 metric tons. At the end of last year, the amount had almost tripled to 230,000 tons. Taichung plans to replace its existing incinerators to increase disposal capacity. But the local EPA says they need to bring down the average amount of household waste per capita. To that end, it's proposing a plan to attach a garbage disposal fee to each bag of trash. The city is also considering incentives to get people to waste less. Devin Tsai and Charlie Storer for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. I'm Yvonne Young. Take care, and I'll see you next time.